And he began to speak. He said, look at the age group of the people here. He said, what do you say about them? I said, they are young people. He said, if you are going to preach in Nigeria, these are the people you should aim at. Since that day, when I go to the market, I look at the age group. When I find myself in any busy place, bus stop, anywhere I go, I look at the age group. You can try it. Go to the bus stop and just wait and be looking at the age group of people passing. They are young people. You go to the bank, enter the bank, and just look at the age group of people passing. As far as this nation is concerned, anywhere you see a crowd, go there and try to check the age group of the people that are gathered. They are young people. And the Lord told me since that day, he said, be checking. If you find it not to be correct, come back to me. Since that day, I've been checking, and I've never found it to be wrong. And that's how we came about the idea of next year. And the intention is to reach out to young people. When I go to Europe, it's sad. Some of our churches are buying churches in Europe. Can't support a church. A lot of our churches, they are buying churches in Europe. Where they are meeting is another church that used to be there. But when their own people died, there was nobody to occupy the church. The bank sold it to recover their money. Because the law is that the day the last person died, the church should be sold. And when you go to Europe, you see elderly people, only elderly people in the church. You know the reason? Myself and my wife went to Canada and were asking our landlady, the landlady of our son, who is elderly, together with her husband. What of your children? He said, oh, they went on tour on Sunday morning. They went on tour, they went to play game, and they are dressing to go to church. Their children will not go. As far as they are concerned, they are living their life, we are living our own. That is what has informed from generation to generation. Because God is a generational God. That's why you hear the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It's a generational God. Anything that is not generational is not godly. God is generational God. Why? This idea of serving a generational God was passed down to us, even though it existed before. It was passed to us, Deuteronomy 32 verse 7. Remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations. Ask your fathers, and he will show you, and your elders, and they will tell you. God believes in generations. Most of the time when God blesses people, he doesn't bless the individual. He blesses his generations. He doesn't. And if along the line that generation is able to hold to the covenant, they will enjoy it forever. Most of the people that God has called, he's called them as generations, not as individuals. That's the reason why we believe that the Foursquare church is a generational church. And that's why we are pursuing this. Number two, what God is doing now, he wants to continue even long after we are all gone. That's the reason why we're talking about a generational God. That's why we're talking about from generation to generation. Luke 150. And his mercy on them that fear him is from generation to generation. Whatever blessings he's giving you, it's a generational blessing. Anytime I read the book of John chapter 4, where that woman was at the well, he said, this well you are seeing was given to our fathers by the law. He said, and our great-grandfather drank from it. Our father drank from it. Their children are drinking from it. Anytime I pray to God and say, God, give me a generational well, that not only me will drink from it, my generation unborn will drink from it. You know, there are people in Nigeria that are drinking from generational well. The only difference is that if generational well is not maintained by the covenant of generation, sometimes you are surprised it's dried up. You hear of somebody who's very rich, and then you have a generational God to retain a generational blessing. If you don't have a generational God, you can't retain a generational blessing. And I pray for everyone under the sound of my voice. May you contact generational blessings in the name of Jesus. Number three, what we're talking about from generation to generation is that reaching generation for Christ has to be intentional. It's not by accident. If you want to reach generation